Woo! Welcome back to Plant Powered Barefoot Brent. No, I'm not barefoot. It's cold, and there's the puppies. We got Rupo with us this morning. Today I want to talk to you about crying, as I've been crying. Uh, Having some amazing conversations. Well, I'm writing conversations, text conversations with my family, and working through some stuff. You know, we don't know the whole story. We never do, and until you actually allow story to come out, people will always think what they think. But when you tell the truth and you open your heart, have this emotional release. It's awesome. I feel so good. I feel so good because you never know what people are thinking. But you know your truth. You know your truth, and when you stand in your light and you share your truth, it just it resonates, and it's nice. It's right. It's necessary to heal instead of to carry on with these stories that we carry about each other. We think that we're a certain way because of something, and we assume that people will always be the same. One of our superpowers is change, and change is not an easy thing for most people. They get stuck in ruts. I was for a very long time, and it took some tumultuous things to happen in my life in order to wake me up out of those ruts. And it was death. It was murders. I had two nieces murdered in 2000. Brooke Ivy Clapson was murdered. And in 2005, Olivia Marie Talbot was murdered. They're my guardian angels right here on my shoulders. Everywhere I go. Still releasing. I allow them to make the tough choices. I try to stay out of my way as much as possible because they're serving a higher purpose. They were here to wake me up, and I didn't realize that for a long time. I blamed the world. I blamed society. I blamed the men that performed the acts. And since now, I've forgiven everyone involved. Realizing that was just the level of consciousness we were at as a society, and we had to have these terrible things happen, like we're doing right now with war and all of these absolutely unsane things going on our planet, because we had to wake up. We had to realize that this isn't our natural state. This isn't the way we're supposed to be. It's wrong. And so that's why I have been blessed with this life to share my story, because I went through a lot of stuff, but it was part of my journey. It was a necessity. I signed up for it, my sacred contract. We all sign sacred contracts before we come here to Earth School. And then we go through spiritual amnesia, forgetting that we're divine spiritual beings having a human experience. And we think that everything that happens here is real. None of it's real. It's all what we asked for. And your thoughts become things. So if your thoughts are in alignment with things that you don't want, you will continuously receive those things. But if your thoughts are in alignment with joy, compassion and love and unity, then we will receive those things. As a planet, everything that's happening is a mirror of our collective consciousness. It's all of us put together. It's not just one of us. And so as you can see, the majority of people are living in fear, because that's what we're experiencing more of than anything else here is fear. Fear, uncertainty, dis-ease, war, and all of this stuff is because people aren't elevating themselves by doing the work. And you have to do the work. By doing the work, you have to meditate. You have to practice yoga. You have to go to nature. Nature is a natural healer. We have all of the natural healers available to us every day. And it's just a process of taking that time for yourself, because nobody else will. I talk about this a lot here at Wild Hearts, trying to find out what's making my noise. Back here. There we go. Okay, that'll stop that noise. Nope. Something else. Anyways, yeah, and it's up to us. Each one teach one. We can only do it ourselves. Nobody can do it for you. The work is your work. The only thing you're here to work on is yourself. It's not your job. It's not your to accumulate things. Success is being defined by our society as the accumulation of stuff, but that's not what it's about. It's about the accumulation of good experiences, of love, of joy, of sharing. Sharing is caring. When you share your story, you allow people to work through theirs, because we all have these stories, and it's who we are, you know. When you let go of your story and you're just in the moment, then everything's possible. You open up to possibilities. But as you hold on to your story, well, your story is going to keep showing up in your life. I'm like this because, and then that is what happens. That just keeps showing up again and again and again. Once you release your story, you become free. When you're free, none of the stuff that's going on in the world can affect you, because it's not real. It's just the movie, as I like to call it. It's the movie. And the only way we can affect the movie is by working on ourselves. Once you work on yourself, that's how you affect the movie. This is my way, by making my own movies. It's not about all of the bad things that are going on, but about the good things, and about the healing that I've experienced in the last 31 days now, clean and sober. Woo! And this isn't my first rodeo. I've been sober for 3.5 years before. I've been sober for 20 months before. But now I'm not going back. I gave up alcoholism and cocaine in 2005. Those were my big crutches. That was, I was a drunk for 20 years, pretty much every day. But that's what I knew. And smoked cigarettes and drank and partied and chased girls. And I was a womanizer, slept around on girls. I was not a good man. I had a very sarcastic sense of humor. I was racist. But that's what I was brought up in, and that's what I saw. And you can only model what you see. You don't know what you don't know. And so I cheated on my wife, and I didn't get caught, but I drove her into the arms of my friend, and then blamed her for the reason that we were splitting up, got a divorce, claimed victim, and 10 years later, I took a course called Landmark Education, and I worked on what happened for my marriage. And I realized that I had self-sabotaged my marriage completely because I had all of these preconceived ideas about what marriage was. That's because of my family and what I saw. And so I just was reenacting their patterns, and I was embodying those patterns. And once I recognized that, I through this course, Landmark, I wrote my ex-wife a letter, and I told her, I took responsibility and accountability for everything. I told her everything that I had done, and I asked for her forgiveness. And I never heard back from her, which is fine. But she's been happily remarried to my friend for 19 years, and they have my blessings. I'm happy for them that they found the love that I was not able to provide for her, because I didn't know how, because I didn't love myself. And in order to love someone else fully, you have to love yourself first. And it's a journey, the journey of self-love. It's not an easy one either. You have to, it's a lot of work, a lot of work, but it's worth it. It's worth it, and that's what we're here for. And that's what reincarnation's about, until you learn to unconditionally love yourself and your circumstances and your family and everything else. You never get, you have to keep coming back and keep coming back. So as somebody that's awoken, I get to share my story and do my best to help other people wake up, so that they don't have to keep going through the karmic cycle. That's why my business is called the Karma Healing Nursery. That's what I'm here to do, is help people heal their karmas, because I'm doing that myself. And you can't help anybody else until you help yourself. That's the magic of the life, is that we have the opportunity to see the other side, but you have to go find it yourself. It doesn't just show up. And it's not easy, but it's worth it, because you're worth it. As I say a lot here, Wild Hearts, on my channel, you're a divine spiritual being having a human experience. And by healing yourself, you have the opportunity to heal your family. And that's the best thing you can do, because it brings you to tears. And it's magic. It's magic to let the truths be known, and to forgive yourself, and to forgive your family, because they did the best they could with the information they had. We all were programmed, and you have the opportunity to defrag, reboot, and update your software. And once you update your software to a higher level consciousness, you'll never go back. And each one of us that does that elevates our planet. And as we elevate the planet, as we elevate ourselves, we elevate the planet. And as we elevate the planet, we elevate all of humanity. And then the young people here don't have to deal with the lives that we had to deal with, which is the ultimate goal, is to allow them to live in a place of love, unity, and compassion, and not have to deal with all of the stresses that we went through. But that's where we were. That's how the planet evolves. It teaches us. And we're students. I'm here to learn. I see everybody as a teacher. And there's no good or bad. Everything just is. So take that time to make time for your precious self. Work on yourself. Have these emotional releases. Shed your tears. It's worth it. You're worth it. So I'm coming to the end here. So once again, if you like what I'm doing, please like this video. Of course, subscriptions warm my heart, Wild Heart. And sharing is caring. Comments, I'm doing my best. I haven't had any comments for a while, but I haven't had very many views in a while either. because what I'm talking about now isn't for everyone. But if you're ready, I'm here. And if you want to reach out, I'd love to help. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Ah, woo!